exclusive interview with Nino Brown on the Brother Love Show. Mr. Nino Brown, we in the building, in the building, in the building.
Tuned in to the
Brother Love Show, baby.
Love Show, Brother Love Show. Appreciate you for pulling up, Mr. Nino. Mr. Nino, we've been trying to put this together, man. Thank you for gracing the Brother Love Studios, man. How you doing today, sir?
Oh, it's a blessing, man. It's good to hear from you finally, man, and get on the phone with you, man, and get here live with you, man. I'm just happy to be here.
Man, I sure appreciate you. One thing I want to say to you, man, I want to nominate you as the most motivational guy on YouTube, man. I got to give it to you, man. Every time I get on your videos, man, it seems like the things you speak to, bro, you be talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you speaking directly to me, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that means a lot, man. You know, it's generations of excellence, generations of knowledge, wisdom, generations of pain in me, man. And I just try to pour it out into the world and hope somebody get touched by it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You do that, Mr. Nino. I can tell you, man. Like I said, once again, it's a pleasure, man. And I had a few questions. I had told a few people I was gonna holler at you, so I got a few questions from a few friends of mine, and we're just gonna run up them right quick and let me shoot at you one time, huh? How that sound?
That's perfect.
Oh, quick note, right quick, too. Some funny shit. I seen you on Dr. Zev TV.
Yeah.
Man, how was that, man? I seen you on that Dr. Zev, man. Shouts out to Dr. Zev too, man. I like Dr. Zev. How was that experience? Was that cool?
Yeah, he one of the most professional, gifted people that I ever met in the chiropractic field, man. That was very good, man. That was actually my first time ever going to a chiropractor. So that was like probably the best experience because I'd never been to a chiropractor. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, man, I seen that. That cracked me up, Mr. Nino. You feel me? So let's get into it. First question, man. What's the one thing you wish you had knew at the beginning of your career?
That this rap industry fake as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's not always cracked up to be. A lot of these people you gonna run into, man, they gonna portray an image that is like that, but it ain't like that. And they portray a character when they, by themselves or whatever. But when they by themselves, they real character come out rather. But when they in front of a camera, they sell you an image. And I didn't know that. I thought everything was what it was on TV, man. It's fake. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what advice did you give someone that's going down that wanted to pursue your similar path?
Man, I tell them, man, stay persistent. You know what I'm saying? Show some, preservation along the way, man. It's either pivot or preservation in this world. You could pivot and go another way when things ain't working out. But if you preserve yourself and understand that anytime you're going into something, always think to yourself, I got to equip my mind. Like if it's cold outside, you equip your body with a jacket. So sometimes you got to equip your mind with some mental strength to know that when a mom finna push out a baby, before the baby come out, she knows she finna go through some kind of pain. She equip her mind to lay there and push, breathe. Sometimes you got to push and breathe when it get hard. Step back, meditate, and then go back in the fight. But don't you lay down, and if they knock you down, you better not stay there. You better get your behind up and keep fighting.
Man, I love that. What are some of the best sources some of the best resources that you found along the way?
Motivation and knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And a good word, the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Just reading the Bible, listening to quotes, learning from stories in the Bible and applying it to my everyday life. That's what helped me along the way. Just researching knowledge, man. Watching other people go through things, man, understanding that it wasn't built overnight. It come over time. It's hard to see it like that. When you in it, you feel like when this stuff gonna subside, when this gonna end, when the pain gonna stop. But the truth is, the best times of my life was when I was struggling, not when I came up. Now I don't do things like I used to do. When I was out there, nobody knew who I was, and when they didn't believe I was gonna be what I became, it was more easier to find out who was really my friends. It was more easier to find out, you know, the things in the hood, the things that was really, you know, it ain't about money when you coming up. It's about just like you really got people around you that's for you because you ain't got nothing yet. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But when you finally get that little ounce of success, man, friends turn to favors and family turn into haters. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's facts. That's facts, man. I like that. Um, we was talking on the channel the other day, and I was just talking to some guys, and we was talking about what's kind of holding us back. And in my opinion, in order for you to do what you do, you are computer savvy. And I think a
Right.
lot of brothers, I think that's one of our Achilles heels, that the brothers, we scared of the computers, man. Like, we can use our phone, but we can't use the computer. You feel me? Can you speak to that a little bit?
It's sad because we could use our phone and type, but how
Right.
many brothers sit down and write? How many brothers sit down and use a pen and a paper? Another thing is, how many people open up the notepad in their phone? We use it
Mm,
for these apps. We go
right.
on social media, TikTok and Instagram and the Facebooks and the YouTubes, but ain't nobody going in their phone using a notepad or using Google. You know what I'm saying? To get on there and Google something and
Right.
find out. And see, YouTube could be a disaster or a university. See,
Mm,
it depends on what you're researching. If you're searching for things to become, then you gonna turn into a
yeah,
university. But if you're searching for drama, toxic,
it's
like
there.
things like that, you gonna turn into a disaster. So is
Right.
it the disaster or university? And we got to start equipping our mind with knowledge, wisdom, and information so we can have understanding, because that's what the Bible say: knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We got to have that in order to make it through life. And the best way I can describe life is in three words: it goes on. Life goes on. No matter what happened to you, life gonna keep going. Death, whatever, whether you research the information or not, it gonna go on, and you're gonna get swallowed by life. So the best thing to do is learn from your ancestors, your forefathers, and your good uncles, if you still got those, on what they did in their situation and apply it to your life, because your situation might be different from theirs. But just use your Google app, man. Use your notepad. Use things in your phone, man. The phone got so many different kind of features that we only
Right.
use
Right. We don't
apps.
even
So
touch them. We don't even touch, not even 10%. You right.
smartphones, but dumb people with a phone smarter than the people. You
Mm,
know,
mm, mm. You
sad. And they call it cell phones because when your phone going dead, you sit next to a wall with a charger and you lock down, you ain't going nowhere.
Right. Right, right. Yeah, right. Hey, for real. That is you kind of locked right there. You right. You right.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, uh I seen you working with your daughter, man. That's beautiful, man. I want to commend you on that too, man, with that doing the channel with the family, man. That's beautiful right there, bro. You feel me?
Thank you.
Uh, we got to do more of that too, though. You know what I mean? Like, my kids are older now, but we gotta do more of that too, man. That
Memories.
come on, man.
Memories.
You um I was talking to a friend of mine, right? And his father is like 89 years old. And I was telling him, I say, brother, you gotta videotape that. You gotta talk to him. You gotta get them stories out. You know what I mean? Can you speak to that? We need to get the legacy out. Like, what we're doing right now, we could archive and talk to and see our grandpa. You know what I mean? If down the line, where we didn't have that. And I'm telling him, like, you gotta talk to grandpa and get his words and capture him, because he's not gonna be here forever. You know what I mean?
You know, the richest place in the world is the graveyard because so many people die with memories. So many people die with inventions. So many people die with ideas. So many people get talked to death out of their ideas. So they go to the graveyard with it. So
Right.
when you go to a graveyard, just always remember that's the richest place on earth. It ain't the bank, it ain't the casinos, it
Mm,
ain't the check cashing store in your neighborhood. It's the graveyard. So I always tell people, your memory bank has to be larger than your bank account. You know what I'm saying? You got to create
Right.
memories. And,
Right.
you know, as you get older, the only thing you're going to have is stories. Stories
Right.
to tell you to your grandchildren, stories to tell to your children. And life is a never ending process that all you can do is learn from. You can learn from life, you can learn from death. It's very important to learn from people. Like a woman respect a man that taught her over the man that bought her. So if you could teach her something, she gonna respect you over the man that's buying her something. She always gonna draw back to knowledge, wisdom, and information, because it's a lot of dressed up garbage cans out here that's dressed up in Dior, Gucci, Fendi, and all that, but inside they empty. Inside they ain't got a character. Inside they lacking knowledge. They don't got nothing. All they got is some money. They so broke. They all they got is money. They poor. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Poor
Right.
minded, poor character. So man, I would advise anybody that can touch an older, wiser person that's done been through some things that you going through, man. Find out how they got through it, because in due time you gonna be in their shoes. Every day we wake up, we the oldest we ever been and the youngest we'll ever be.
Right.
We
Right.
dying every day, and some people are living to die and some people are dying to live. Are you waking up dying to live? Are you waking up loving to do what you want to do? You understand me? The brother love show, he wake up every day looking forward to the next episode. I wake up every day looking forward to the next motivational video. You need to wake up and find your calling so you could get the balling, baby.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, I got to give you some applause on that. Okay, Nina, who are the three most influential people in your life? Well, I know God is one, but who you know?
My three daughters, I tell them all the
Mm,
time, I say, hey, send me videos of you. You know, one like to do makeup. So I say, hey, send me video of you doing your makeup. I tell my other daughter, send me a video of you doing something. She don't know what she want to do. But my daughters are, because they the next generation that's gonna hold daddy legacy down. You
yes,
know what I'm
they
saying?
gonna take care of daddy. Right.
So them the three most biggest motivators for me, because I don't never want to see my kids struggle. I don't never want them to know what poverty is, because that's what I work for. And that's what every father worked for. But some fathers never really got the chance to teach their daughter nothing. They always just bought them something. They never taught them nothing. Some
Right.
of them thought that was life, just waking up, providing for your family. But you supposed to be providing, protecting, and discipline and teacher. You supposed to be the teacher. If you're not teaching your kids nothing, you just leaving them out here to be dressed up garbage cans, because they garbage minded with no character. And the key word is integrity. People got to learn integrity. What do you do when nobody ain't looking at you? You got to teach that in the household. Character is built. Character could be broken. It take years to build trust, but just 1 second to lose trust. It's gone forever once it's lost. So you got to teach integrity, and implement that into the next generation. Implement that into your wife. Implement that into your husband. Integrity. What do you do when I'm not looking at you?
Right. Right. How you represent us? Right. Yeah,
How
for
you
sure.
represent us? And
Mm,
I think it all revolves around accountability. You know what I'm saying? When LeBron ain't on the court, he's still getting scrutinized for him as a person off the court. That's
right.
called accountability. The NBA holding people accountable. Why you ain't holding yourself accountable? So we got to do that too, because we are here to protect our brand.
Right.
We
Right.
not here, you understand me? We not here to think about the night. It's about tomorrow and the week after that. The NBA have a schedule. They know
Yes.
who they gonna play in the next year, December. Already they got the schedule. So we got to have the same organization when it come to us. It's called, we missing structure and organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's real. I totally agree with you, man. I totally agree with you on that. I'll speak on that. Like on my channel, I try to speak to guys, and and I try to talk to chicks too. I try to put, as I call it, put a little air in your tires. You know what I mean? So
Come on
just
here.
put a little bit in there. I'll be the game compressor. I compress it for you a little bit, make it into about 6 minutes. Try to give it to you. I ain't on, on the big level yet, but I'm gonna put like air in your tires, and like I say, I like to, we got to keep it real and motivated at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Along with teach, right?
Come on here.
So let me push on to the next one. Can you give us a quick synopsis of how you ended up in the industry? Like, how did you a little quickie? Like, how did you get to where you at? Like, you where you from? Well, just give us a quickie. You know what I mean? Bust it down for us if you can, right quick for my people.
I'm from Miami, Florida. You know what I'm saying? I had signed with DJ Khaled, you know what I'm saying, in the music industry. And then, uh, Khaled is big. He's still huge, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm getting with him, I'm like, yo, this some life-changing shit. And also, I planned my whole life. Like, I was in jail and I planned to sign DJ Khaled. I didn't know him. I didn't know how I was going to do it. But I knew that that was my gateway out of Miami. But when
Mm,
I got to the level of signing with DJ Khaled, because I made a plan in my mind, like, look, I'm gonna sign with this guy. This guy the only way out this city, because we didn't have social media at the time. So when I got with the guy, I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying, yo, he gonna change my life. But the whole time, God was preparing me through him. It wasn't about me signing him. It was about me learning the places I'm finna go through him, like giving me a preview of my
mm,
life's coming attractions. You know what I'm
mm,
saying?
right,
And now I respect Khaled Mo because I understand that he was a vessel for me. At first,
okay,
I was bitter about the situation because I felt like we could have done better about the situation because we was
right,
best friends. Like literally, we was best friends. I tell him we'll stay on the phone for hours at night talking about real stuff, and he'd talk to
right,
me and I'd talk to him. But when it come time to a point where you got daughters and you got a family to provide for, and we doing business. This ain't like we just friends. Like I signed the contract. This what we supposed,
right,
and you ain't doing your part. At a
right.
certain point, you got to end and abort that ship because that ship is sinking. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Because ship's supposed to take you places. If it ain't taking you nowhere, you got to abandon ship because you gonna sink. So got up off that ship and I went all the way broke. I lost everything. Went back to stay with my mom. You know what I'm saying?